Hi everybody, Stephen here with Wisely Living. So in today's yoga class, we're going to be focused on the energy of letting go. As we come into fall or autumn, what we want to do is have more of a grounded practice, focus on just like being present, more slow, intentional, and nurturing. So if we're looking at this through the lens of either Ayurveda or Chinese medicine, in Ayurveda it's that Vata energy that we're coming into this time of year. So we're going to try to stabilize that, and we want to support the lung or the large intestine meridians if we're looking at it through the lens of Chinese medicine. So if you're ready, grab your mat, and let's go. All right, take a moment and settle into place. Let your shoulders melt away from your ears. Allow your eyes to close. Begin to cultivate that deep sense of heaviness, slowly surrendering your weight towards the earth. Take a big inhale through your nose and a cleansing exhale from your mouth. Feel your breath expand your lungs. And as you exhale, focus on letting go. Letting go of energies that aren't serving us, habits that may be holding us back, including tension or tightness in the body. One more deep inhale and exhale, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Settling into place, letting your breath taper off and come back to its natural state. Imagine yourself like the trees in autumn, releasing what no longer needs to be, and drawing your energy inward for rest and renewal. All right, we're going to start with the seated side stretch. And why this is good for the body in this kind of year is that this opening through the side ribs helps actually increase the lung capacity. It's going to help support the immune system and really promote like an emotional release. And when we come to this time of the year, the element that's really associated with fall is the metal element. This is going to help come into that metal element. Let's take a big inhale and draw those arms high overhead. Go ahead and grab onto your right wrist. As you inhale, find all the length you can through your right side. And as you exhale, take just a little dip over to the left. Trying to keep that weight even between your sits bones. Focus more on opening through the side body as opposed to leaning to the left. Let's inhale and bring that back into the center and switch it up. Grab your left wrist, inhale for length, exhale, come to that little bit of space that you created on the right side there. Draw that back into center. Let the arms fall out wide to the sides. Big inhales, we sweep the arms back up. Exhale, we're going to come into a seated spinal twist. So the right hand falls to the left knee, left hand plants to the ground. We're going to sit tall, exhaling as we turn to the left. We're turning from the waist, the stomach, the chest, the shoulders, the chin. Getting a full spinal twist as we turn to the left. And the nice part about coming into this and why we're doing this in the fall is that twists massage the digestive organs, and this supports the large intestine meridian, which helps the body physically and emotionally let go. It's a core theme to kind of like our fall practice that we're getting into. Let's inhale and bring it back into the center. Arms are overhead. And as you exhale, switch sides. Left hand to the right knee, right hand plants, sitting up tall and exhaling as you turn. And as you inhale, we're going to bring that back into the center, arms are overhead, letting the palms meet, and exhaling as you draw your hands down to the heart center. Roll those shoulders forward, lift them up, and draw them down. All right, so next we're going to work on cat and cow. So we're going to come into table pose, which is simply hands and knees, but we are making sure the shoulders are stacked over the wrists, the fingers are spread out wide, knees are directly underneath your hips, and spread hips distance apart. Let's get a nice, simple, slow movements. We want to start by breathing into the belly, rocking the pelvis forward, tilting that tailbone up, and drawing your gaze up to where the ceiling meets the wall, or just the highest point in the room. And it's always important to take a little time here. Let that stretch happen before we transition. So when you feel ready to move on, we're going to exhale. We're going to start to tuck that tailbone under. We're going to begin to round the spine, pull that navel up tight, and tuck your chin into your chest. And then at your own pace, I want you to slowly transition back and forth, being really mindful of that pelvic tilt, inhaling into cow and exhaling into cat. And as you move back and forth, this gentle spinal movement, it balances the lung channel along the arms and chest. That's why it is so important this time of year. It's also really good when the body begins to get stiff as the temperatures drop. Let's just go one more time each direction, slow and controlled. Settling back into a neutral spine. All right, so the next thing we're going to work on is the thread the needle pose. So we're going to start by extending the right arm straight out to the side. And as you exhale, you're going to tuck that right arm under, landing on your shoulder, bringing the side of your head to the mat. And if you're getting a good stretch here, stay here. You can also extend the arm up or drop it behind your back, whatever feels best in your body. Try to steady your breath and settle in. And why this one's really good for this time of year, this pose gently compresses and stretches the upper back and shoulders, where lung tension, and it's also known as the grief center of the body, and it tends to collect in the fall. So this encourages this emotional and physical release. And as you inhale, I want you to unwind and extend that right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, release. And we're going to switch it up. Left arm extends out. Exhale as it tucks under. And again, option to keep the right palm on the ground, extend up, or drop behind your back. Whatever feels best in your body. Slowly unwind, putting the pressure back in the right palm, opening up through that left side. Extend your left arm towards the ceiling. And exhale as you release. All right, and the next thing we're going to come to is Anjaneyasana, or just like a low lunge. So stepping your right foot forward, and you can bring the back foot back just a little if that feels good. And if there's a little too much pressure on your knee, just putting like a towel, or you can even double your mat up just to give yourself a little extra cushion if you need. So we're going to bring the nice tall chest, hands to hips. So this is the first level. We can also roll the shoulders down and reach behind us, or there's the option to inhale and extend the arms up. And if we do, we're just going to guide the gaze toward the ceiling, opening through the chest and reaching through the fingers. And why Anjaneyasana is great for this time of year, when we're grounding through the legs, it helps stabilize the vata, that airiness. And it's also helped by opening through the heart. So we're coming here or we're coming here. We're making it to a heart opener. And this helps, the lungs, it supports the breath, and it helps strengthen the immune system. So let's go ahead and release. We're going to swing that right leg back. We're going to step the left one up. And again, finding it where you feel comfortable. There's not too much pressure on your knee. Hands to hips, whichever option feels best. Opening the chest and reaching for the ground, or drawing the arms up. Either way, the chest is open. We're drawing the gaze toward the ceiling. Let's exhale and bring it back down, coming back into table pose. All right, from here, we're just going to go ahead and tuck the toes. We're going to push the hips up to downward facing dog, and we're going to start to walk the hands back towards the feet. We're going to bring this into a forward fold. And when you do, I want you to grab up at opposite elbows, keep your head and arms heavy, and we're just going to gently sway.
lengthening through one leg as you bend into the opposite knee. Try and let go of any more tension or tightness we're holding in the low back and legs. And why this forward fold, or ragdoll you hear it called as well, it really helps to calm the nervous system, which helps reduce anxiety, encourages reflection. We really kind of draw that awareness inward when we're able to relax and calm the nervous system. And go ahead and settle back into center. Release your fingertips toward the ground. They don't have to meet the mat if that's not within your flexibility. We're going to bring a soft bend into the knees. A big inhale as we draw the arms up. And an exhale as we bring them down to the heart center. All right, so next we're just going to step out wide on the mat. We're going to come into a low squat or malasana. So feet slightly wider than your hips at a slight angle. We're going to bring those hands into the heart center. And as you exhale, we're going to slowly come down. And maybe you can't come down this far, and that's just fine. If your heels are off the ground, that's fine too. Remembering that it's a yoga practice. I couldn't do this at first either, but whatever level you feel comfortable at, slowly settling in. And so what this does here is it grounds the body's deep energy and into the hips, into the legs. These are the foundation points for stability and warmth. If at any point in time you start to feel uncomfortable, you can go ahead and rise up. You don't have to wait for me to say release. And let's slowly rise up. All right, so we're going to make our way back down to the mat, coming to supine spinal twist. So let's start with the left leg out. Going to scooch down here a little. And as we exhale, we're going to bring that right knee in towards the chest. And exhaling to draw your right knee across towards the ground. So this twisting motion promotes good circulation through the large intestine channel and release mental clutter. And we're going to slowly bring that back into the center, and we'll switch it up. Left knee bends, right leg long. Exhale as you hug your left knee in towards your chest. And as you're ready, opening to a spinal twist. Left arm off to the side. Exhaling as your right hand draws your left knee across your body and towards the ground. And slowly bring that back into the center. Right foot stepping up to meet the left. And now we're going to settle in for Shavasana. So go ahead and extend your legs out long, slightly wider than your hips. Your feet comfortably fall out to the sides. Arms are along your sides, palms facing up. I want you to slowly settle in, beginning with the breath. With each exhale, actively releasing your weight towards the mat. And again, we're cultivating that deep sense of heaviness and grounding, actively releasing your weight to the mat. And slowly begin to bring some awareness back into your body. I'd like to leave you with one final thought. As the trees release their leaves,
you too are invited to release what no longer nourishes you. Each breath in is a small act of letting go. Each pause, an invitation to rest more deeply in who you are. May this practice steady you through the changing seasons. Now on your next big inhale, extend your arms over the head. Step your legs in towards each other and get a full body stretch from your fingers to your toes. On your next exhale, draw your knees in towards your chest. Maybe take a moment to rock side to side, massaging the spine. When you're ready, rolling off to your right and slowly coming up to a seated position. I want to thank you so much for practicing with me. Hopefully you found this practice useful. If you'd like to see more of what we offer, you can always check us out here, or you're welcome to join us on wiselyliving.media to see the full library of meditations, yoga classes, and other seasonal ways to support your body as we transition from season to season. Thank you.